May Hashem's name will be blessed forever and ever. We want to start today. The class is, what's a mocker? What's the meaning of it? We're going to discuss this with Hashem today. I think it's one of the most important classes that we'll ever have. Please pay attention. Make sure that you are not under this category, you yourself. If someone that you know is like that, you have to correct him. Otherwise, he will never receive the divine presence.
Wow.
I want to thank the Medina's family for hosting the shiur and all the participated. Those who are sitting here in this class and those who are watching us from around the world, even from Australia, we have people watching us. May Hashem bless you all with a good year, great year, with good parnasa, good livelihood, good health, and may Hashem save you from every plague. No corona will come to your home, your family will be saved. Amen. Amen. Toda. There is 4 kinds of people that will not receive the divine presence, will not see the light. And one of them is mocker. What's a mocker? How you say it in Spanish?
Burlista.
Burlista. Someone that, we're going to learn the 5 categories of someone like that. Someone that makes fun of Torah, makes fun of the Talmidei Chachamim, the scholars, always challenge, not for the sake of learning, for the sake of challenging. Someone that asks questions just so he can justify his default, his errors. Oh, I don't keep Shabbat because you made it up. Come on, I eat bread on Passover. Oh, show me proof. Oh, where does it say? It says pita? It doesn't say pita. It says in the Torah. It doesn't say anything about pita. I can eat pita. It doesn't say the Torah says pita? No pita. These people are hurting no one but themselves. And we learned today, Amaretz is good. Amaretz is a definition for someone that could be right. Definition of Amaretz means a man of earth, meaning that it could be professor in the university teaching physics and mathematics, but has no clue of Torah, have very little knowledge. That's it. He is the man of earth, of earthly things, mundane, regular things. Someone that knows Torah and practices could be a scholar or Talmid Chacham or Chacham, something like that. So, how we should be careful, and are we, God forbid, mockers? Sometimes we hear about halakha, a Jewish law, that it sounds strange to us, / weird, says, who made it up? It doesn't make sense. I'm not going to do it. You can pick mitzvot. Listen to this. There are 613 mitzvot in the Torah, right? Yeah. If you said 612, I believe and I will practice completely. Just this one, I don't get it. And I can't accept. You consider immediately infidel, kofer, apikoros. How you say apikoros?
Non-believer.
Non-believer, and I have another word for that.
Heretic.
Heretic, thank you. Toda Shaul, heretic. That's it. Because one word, one mitzvah, I don't know about that. About that, I don't know. He will keep Shabbat and Pesach, all the hardest mitzvot. One mitzvah, for example, what is the last? I know. With the bird. Releasing a bird. The easiest mitzvah. You get a long life. Come on. The mother of the bird, the chickens are going to suffer. I don't believe in that. You're done. Because if you believe that 612 mitzvot came from Moshe, from Hashem, all the 630, this one also came from Hashem. All your Torah going down the drain, worth nothing, even if you practice it all your life, with much suffering, living in the mountains by yourself as a monk or a monkey. Okay? Now, let's see and let's hope that the following categories is not related to us. And you know what? If it is related to us, this is the time to learn how to fix, how to rectify, to do teshuvah, and move on. Guys, money comes, money goes. Money means nothing. Hashem said this year you're going to make X amount of money. Even if you work 20 hours a day, you still make the same amount. You guys are going to have more expenses. And if you work less, Hashem will send you good business. So one shot you make twice as much or 3 times more. We don't have to help Hashem with ideas. Spend time with your family, with Hashem, in the house of Hashem. With Dugis Mitzvot, because we came down to this world for this purpose. Let's start with the first one, page 373. There are 5 categories of mockers. Maybe we'll discuss one of them today.
Masha.
The gate? Oh, Sha'ar, the gate of silence. Gate of silence. Page 373. B'vakasha.
There must now be explained to you 4 gates concerning 4 types who do not receive the divine presence in Sotah 42a. The class of mockers, as it is written in Hosea 7:5, he stretches away his hand from mockers. The class of liars, as it is written in Tehillim 101:7, the speaker of lies will not be established before my eyes. The class of flatterers, as it is written in Yov 13:16, for not before him will the flatterer come.
Stop. Question. What makes more damage? If I steal from someone, or if I talk negatively against him?
Negatively.
I go to his house and I steal $100,000, or I talk negatively against him.
Negative about.
He lost $100,000.
It's only $100,000.
I think Lashon Hara no Hava.
Yeah, but he can always get that back because if it's no.
Mocker is someone that do something like that with intention, by purpose, to put someone else down, so people they won't like him or won't do business with him. You know, I was shocked to hear. You know, I'll give you an example. There's companies here of moving company, locksmith company, Airdat company.
No, Israel's company.
Okay, these people spending. Let's say someone create a business. I know it from very close because I hear this complaint all the time. Good people wants to make a living. They open a company. They set up an internet website so they can click. Maybe Oded, you know what I'm talking about. And evil people, competitors, giving them either bad reviews or clicking, so they'll pay a lot of money on Google, so it won't be worthwhile for them to continue. They paying people to do that, or sometimes paying a robot to do that. And they spend. Someone just showed me the other day. Went to my house. He has a locksmith company, and he just opened a very good business. But he says, "Listen, I had today. I think he showed me like 180 calls. You know what? 100 calls a day. He has to pay around $600 damage. All of the call was from a robot. It was blocked because what they do, the robot just ring this number. No one else can get to you because the line is busy. His competitor saw this new company. They pay someone, block them, so I have more business. The idea behind it is, how you can, the solution. The solution is, from what I hear people says, that hanging on in there for a month or two, and eventually they will give up. You will have to pay out of pocket a lot, but eventually they give up. So those who are strong financially, they still in business. Those are not. They're looking for another job, and then it's coming. It's a circle over and over again. I'm telling you, these evil people that do that have no beracha in their money. They are thieves. They're stealing money from their friends. On the contrary, when your friend is doing business, give him a good advice. Tell him, you know what, my friend, I have the same business. I give him advice. Do this website, go to this technician, do this, that. I bless you. Because parnasa, livelihood, comes from Hashem. What they do? The opposite. They talking trash against him. They're speaking badly, and slander, lashon hara, you name it. Thinking that by lying and lashon hara, they make profit. Well, they have maybe more business, but there is no beracha in one dime they're making. Question?
Yes, I want to tell you about people also. Whenever you are doing something, they all the time diminish you. You buy a car and say, no, the car is too much. That's to make you feel bad. That's also not nice.
Absolutely, you have to encourage someone. Now, let me tell you something. If you know something that he doesn't know, and if you warn him, Hashem will pay you measure for measure. Hashem will make sure that you will not fall to a pit. You will not fail because you saved your friends. Hashem will pay you for that. In times of need, Hashem will be there for you. You just need to read Psalms 15 in order to understand what a mensch means. A mensch means someone that help his fellow friend in times of need and give him good advice, and is found favor in the eyes of Hashem and people. Someone that tell you the truth to your face. Someone will not try to be your friend in order to get something out of you. It's hard to find honest people. It's hard to find people that do everything for Hashem, and I will help you nonetheless. You're my competition. I already told you the story about the printing company, right? Remember in Bnei Brak, they just got more, but you help other people, Hashem will send you more business. You will never lose. You have to be strong. It doesn't make sense. Well, I want you to give all my secrets of 15 years to a beginner? No, nobody asks you to share now 15 years with him. Give him some tools. Here is the phone numbers. Here's a SEO, someone that can help you out. Go ahead. I wish you beracha. You do that? I wish you beracha. And believe me, beracha from Hashem is endless. Because you don't bring the parnasa, the livelihood. Only Hashem. Go ahead.
For not before him will the flatterer come, the class of slanderers, and the class of slanderers as is written in Tehillim 5:5. You are not a God who desires wickedness. Evil will not abide with you. You are righteous, O Hashem. Evil will not dwell in your abode. And now they will be explained and categorized, for such categorization is great benefit toward a clear understanding of the subject.
Right. Why it's worse than a thief? A thief, when he steals something, now he has $100,000 in pocket. He has the item, I don't know what he wants to sell, in his pocket. But the one that speaks slander, it doesn't have anything. What do you get out of it? You don't have a physical item, let's put it that way. You have the benefit of showing yourself better than others. Oh, don't go to him, he's... And this is even worse. If you have a benefit, it's a physical benefit, at least we can say, you know what? You wanted really badly to drive this car, so you stole the car. You stole the bike. Okay, you had a desire. It's very bad. But here, what do you get out of it? Also, one of the worst things with mocker, is it's always come from arrogancy, haughtiness. I'm better than you, and I'll prove it, and I'll make sure it won't be better than me. And how I'll make sure? I'll talk slander against you. I won't give a bad review like what that says, or different methods to make sure that everybody knows your business is the worst. What alternative will come to me? Just by thinking that you're better than everyone else is showing that you already have no Hashem in your life. Because Hashem is never with the arrogance. As it says, it says, Hashem yevakesh et nirdaf. Hashem will seek those who are being pursued. Hashem is always after those who put themselves down, humble. Hashem will bring them up. And those who bring themselves up, Hashem will put them down. It's always like that. You want to be there? Be humble. Accept Torah, accept Hashem's words. Help your friends. Don't worry about anything else. Parnasah level will come. How many times you got this kind of signs in your life? You did a good deed, and immediately you saw a result of it. The same day, the day after, that week, and you're relating it to the good deed you did, right? It makes sense? It happens to us all the time. But the problem is we don't learn from that. We think it's something in every blue moon. No, it's always like that. Hashem's paying measure for measure. Keep doing the good deeds, Hashem will pay you. Hashem will protect you. Hashem is your shepherd. Hashem is your shield. And He's the only one that is able. Please, let's one time put in our brain and heart and understand, only Hashem can help us. No one else. Everyone. There's no one else by Him. As it says in Arabic, La ilaha illallah. There is no God but He.
No Hashem. Good things about it.
Huh?
Some things are good.
I don't understand.
Some things are good. דברים שהם טובים.
Muslims?
גם המוסלמים.
You know, there is truth in the Quran, and there's truth in the New Testament. There's truth, because it's all, they're taking part of truth, words from Torah, which is the essence of the word. It's words of God. So I don't want to say put in percentage, if it's only 10% or only 5%, I don't know. But in every good lie, you have to have some truth, right? So based on these, in Christianity, for example, teaching for kindness, it's a good thing. When Muslims preach for kindness and I don't know, host people and help out your fellow friends, it's a good thing. There's no arguing about it. The problem is with the other stuff. I don't want to go through it, but there are books about it. If you want to read, by the way, information I can recommend on a website, it's called Jews for Judaism. Go for JewsForJudaism.com or .net, I'm not sure. There's a lot of information and a lot of answers to many questions that you can find the truth there. Okay? But you go to Buddhism. There's also good things there when they're helping the poor. I don't know. In every religion, almost every religion, there's good things. Otherwise, how they would draw people? Okay.
There are 5 categories of mockers. The man of the tongue who imputes imperfections to others, as it is written in Tehillim 50:20. You sit and speak against your brother. You ascribe imperfection to your mother's son. And one who does so is called a mocker, as it is written in Mishlei 21:24.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
The willful and the proud, his name is a mocker. He acts in the heat of malice. That is, the mocker possesses 2 evil traits. The first, that he is willful and transgresses out of malice, contriving against his friend when he stands to gain nothing, causing his friend great damage and loss. For when he derogates him and lowers him in the eyes of others and causes him to be hated, this is the height of malice, more so than robbing or stealing. For when one steals or robs, he does so not out of malice, but for his own gain, to multiply wealth. But one who derogates others gains nothing, and it is crookedness of the heart. Also the mocker is proud, vain, and it is for this reason that he ascribes imperfections to others.
Right.
But
one that derogates other people, downgrading them, right?
Denigrating.
Huh?
Degrading.
Degrading them, downgrading them, right?
Denigrating.
it
Or
says derogative things,
Right.
things that are not.
It's just so you will be in the eyes of people better than them. They get joy from it. Many times you see people falling or something negative happened to them. Many people feel great. Why you feel great? It happened to them. What benefit you get of it? I'm in a good position. He's in a bad position, meaning I'm in a better situation than them, meaning I'm greater than them. If you feel that, you should know you're full of arrogance. The Torah teaches you see someone, for example, fell, don't look. Someone fell out of a bicycle, or someone tripped and fell. You know what the first thing they do? Before the pain, they look to see who saw them.
Yeah, why?
You nobody see, oh, they will cry, they will even cry. The Torah teaches you, don't look. I mean, half eye to see if they need help. Don't need help, just don't look. Someone, davening in the shul, and the book fell on. Boom! Everybody is looking. He's embarrassed. Don't look. The book fell, he will pick it up, back to the table. Don't worry. There is no mitzvah. The mitzvah is to look the other side, not to embarrass him. You see, no one is looking, that's the shame went off. That's it. You do that, you did a mitzvah. But be alert. Maybe they need help. Quick look. Nobody, no problem. Boom. Turn your face away. Sometimes there's a mitzvah to turn the face away. And this is one of them. You keep looking. Some people say, what are you, stupid? What happened to you? They're adding even a comment. Every time it's the same with you. What are you doing? You're embarrassing in front of everybody. Some won't say because the mitzvah says, without saying a word, you embarrassed him.
So if he's alone and the person falls,
if he's alone, he should sing the famous song, "Lonely, I'm a Mr. Lonely." That's easy.
But the humble man recognizes his own imperfections and therefore does not mock others, ascribing imperfections to them as the mockers do, who sit and say, so-and-so did such and such, mocking him for it.
Conclude with saying, if you want to know that if you are a mocker, just investigate the last few days to see if you were talking badly and negatively, talking slander about others. If you did, you're the first category of a mocker. It's time to rectify, it's time to fix. Because what the mocker do is sit and say, so and so did such and such, mocking him for it. That's what they do. They can benefit out of it, and they have something to talk about, something to speak about. If you have nothing beneficial to say to the world, keep your mouth closed. There is no mitzvah to talk, believe me. There is no mitzvah to talk. Every person, as the Ari HaKadosh says, come to this world with a certain amount of words. When you finish this amount of words that they budget you with, you either die or become mute. You can see sometimes elderly people at the age of 70, they don't speak. They live another 10 years, 15 years, they don't speak. They just save your words for Torah, for berachot, for benefit, good things to help the world. A Jew or non-Jew, doesn't matter. Especially we as Jewish have to be light to the world. To be as an example. Or lagoim. Any questions? Nothing. On behalf of Ohev Israel Foundation, I want to thank everybody. Toda rabah, everybody. You have a question? Go ahead.
I heard that is it a mitzvah to talk about idol worshipers and make fun of them?
There's one, it's a good point. There is one. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said that you can have a good laughter in this world. Why? Because of the destructions of the temple. Ever since the temple was destroyed, there's no laughter in the world. The only laughter that is permitted is against idol worshiper. Doesn't mean I have to go from temple to temple and protest against them. No. But when the topic becomes on the table, you should make fun of it, so people won't sin in idol worshipping. By the way, idol worshipping is the only sin that you can sin without doing anything. Just having it in mind. Having it in mind, it's also considered as, because how you worship God with your mind.
Yeah.
You can worship, God forbid, other God with your mind. Okay, so
You laugh at it with your mind.
no, you can have it out loud. I don't believe this is nonsense. They do the sacrifice before an idol. You can do that,
No.
and it's sometimes, many times, even a mitzvah.
Wow.
So you distance people. I heard one time people saying, I was in India, not India. Where was I? I think it was in Thailand, and I saw people, such a nice people. They bringing fruit before, I think it was Buddha, whatever they had, and then they sharing the fruit with everybody. It's against Torah to eat this fruit because this fruit was sacrificed before an idol. They don't know it, but they look at the brides and no, they actually share. No, they're not sharing. They're sharing idol worshipping with you. You're not allowed. Definitely not to say beracha over this fruit. Okay, so this thing looks maybe like a mitzvah, but what's really behind it is idol worshipping. You have to be very careful, because it can lead to learn from their. They do sometimes good, chesed, I believe, and eventually you leave Hashem, God forbid, and go with any other religion. Is very easy. Take Christianity, there's no mitzvah to do. There's no mitzvah to do. Show me one mitzvah to do. It's a mitzvah in the New Testament. Show me. Yeah, you can learn from a story about kindness. You can learn that there's no. Okay. Anyways, let's do that way. On behalf of the Ohev Israel Foundation, I want to thank everybody. We had really long classes today, but it's Baruch Hashem for all of us, our own benefit. We're learning Torah right after Yom Kippur. When we promise to Hashem on Yom Kippur, I'll be better, I'll be closer to you, I'll study more Torah, and we fulfill that today. So we can say to Hashem, Bevakasha, help me out, and Hashem, give me the strength, the wealth, and the health, so I can continue studying Torah and supporting Ohev Israel and supporting Torah learning. Toda rabah, everybody. Hashem bless you with all the berachot in Torah. See you Bezrat Hashem next week, same place, same time. Shalom, shalom, and Chag Sameach.